In your top story this evening, Eastern Cape Police are investigating the murders of ANC mayoral candidate and his wife Ntsolo Nyemtata. Former Mhlontlo Council Speaker Zolile Malangeni and his wife were gunned down on Thursday evening in their house in Ntsolo. Malangeni's wife died on the scene while he succumbed to his injuries in a local hospital. The ANC member was the next mayoral candidate for Mhlontlo Council. Malangeni's wife, Thalma, was the municipality's Director of Economic Development. The motive of the killing is still unclear. Now joining us with more details on the incident is Colonel Mzugisi Fakyale from Mthatha Police spokesperson. A very good evening to you, sir, and thank you so much for joining us here at ANC7. At this moment, just please take us through what could have transpired.
Good evening, madam. What happened is that on our arrival at the scene, we found the wife of the councillor, Zolile, already dead with gunshot wounds. And we took the husband to hospital at Dr. Malizo Hospital, where he was then transferred to Mthatha Nelson Mandela Cardiac Hospital. He died later after on his arrival at the hospital. Now, at this stage, we are not sure what is the motive behind the killing. We've recovered 4 spent cartridges from a 9mm pistol, 3 inside and 1 outside. And we have quickly set up a task team that is going to look specifically for this incident, which is comprised of Hawks, detective members, and also those dedicated members from detectives and also our intelligence. We are following some information at this stage, but no one is yet been arrested.
And now, who else was at the house when the killings took place?
When the killing took place, there were 2 kids inside. Their age is age 2 and 2, and it was a boy and a girl, and they were still very young to give us any information, because on our arrival we found them hidden in the toilet that is also in the house. Well, those were people that were in the house, 4 of them, the wife, the husband, and these 2 kids. So they escaped the incident unhurt, but we have taken them to a safe place.
And now, were there any sort of leads or suspects that you could try and find at this moment?
Well, at this stage, we are gathering any information that might assist us in the investigation. Be it whatever type of investigation, then we will sift that investigation. But so far, we are taking any information that we are coming through to us. But at this stage, no arrest has yet been made. And yes, there are lists that we are following, but not yet arrested anyone.
All right, thank you, Colonel. I will be keeping you on the line. We are also joined on the phone line. It's Eastern Cape ANC spokesperson, Mlibo Koboshiane. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us here at ANC7. Now, what is your reaction to the ongoing killings towards ANC candidates?
Good evening, and good evening to the listeners as well. I think as African National Congress in the province of the Eastern Cape, this is one of a very sad moment in the history of our local government, when we have lost so many candidates of the ANC being shot at, assassinated at home in a full glare of their children. And I think I'm quite happy that Colonel is indicating that they have established a special task team to deal with this corrosive tendency. And I think it has costed the ANC in Nelson Mandela Metro since last year. We have lost the head of a human settlement. Now we have lost a ward councillor in Ward 3 in Woma. Now we are having this incident, one of our own candidate councillor in Mhlontlo. And this is becoming a new trend of eliminating councillors with an aim of engaging a new political direction, or if you are dissatisfied with the internal processes, other people will resort to violence. And I think government has to nip this in the bud, and this must be eliminated in society once and for all. And we are quite happy that police expeditiously are working on this matter.
Now, Mr. Koboshiani, we know that a commission of inquiry was also set up because we know that a lot of political killings took place, especially in KZN, for the past few months. Do you have any details of how far the commission of inquiry is at this moment?
Not as yet, but we think it is important that now that there are leads, police are doing all they could to ensure that they follow this logic and sequence to see and identify what is the modus operandi, and having noted that these are always manifesting themselves on the issues of either conferences or candidate selection, and this is a matter that must be easily to follow up and also identify, and I think when our intelligence is jacking up, these people can be apprehended and they must be brought to justice. And I think it has to be attended very seriously because it's going to disorientate society and it's going to create a lack of appreciation of the democratic project of installing democratically elected individuals in our communities. Definitely, it is a threat to society. It is a threat, also a threat to democracy that we want to cherish.
All right, I'm going to go back to Colonel who is joining us, Mr. Fakiale. And now, what has been done to curb these political killings, even though you have also said right now that there is a task team that has been formed to investigate into this specific incident that took place?
You know, to tell you exactly what happened, you know, even our provincial commissioner yesterday, a drive from King Williamstown, together with the cluster commander of Mthatha and also the head of the DPSI, that is the head of the Hawks in the Eastern Cape, and also joined by the regional chairperson of the ANC. They visited the home and make sure and assured the family that they will leave nothing to make sure that everyone that is behind the killing of the ANC member or this member will be apprehended. We'll make sure that that is happening. The information that we are getting, we are not going to say this is not right, but the information that is coming, we'll take that information. Then we'll sift that information to get the real information that we want. But we make sure that those that are behind the killing of the councillor will be apprehended.
All right, thank you very much. And that was Colonel Mzugisi Fakiale joining us, Mthatha Police spokesperson. And we also had on the line Eastern Cape ANC spokesperson Mhlontlo Koboshiani. And they were talking about the Eastern Cape Police are investigating the murders of the ANC mayoral candidate and his wife Mhlontlo Mthatha.